Let's talk about some V.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hated that.
What?
It's awful.
We haven't even watched it yet. We have 3 episodes recorded that we're
Yeah.
Let me
haven't even been there.
me assure you that after the viewing of the first episode, you will lose your will to live.
V became the highest-rated sci-fi premiere of the new fall TV season after 13.9 million people watched the pilot episode last night and think Paul Mattingly's a spectacular douchebag.
Wait.
That number is still subject to some change,
saying
but it's
the
going to be
first
the
episode
biggest
is fun.
show to debut.
No, the first episode is terrible.
Oh, okay.
Ladies
It's
and gentlemen,
terrible.
this just goes to show you Paul's taste in things is very skewed from the average person.
Boy.
There's nothing wrong
He
with
hates
V.
a lot
Did
of
you watch the original V?
It's not very good either.
The original V sucked, but it was great and campy, and
Yes.
it was
This-
just
Good
fun.
first
all
time.
the
This
time.
thing,
Yeah.
This thing is not cheesy. Well, it is cheesy in so much as, I can't describe it. If you enjoy it, fine. More power to you. I loathe it. It was terrible. It was very...
Why?
Because it's sloppily written.
Why?
Shit like...
Defend that.
Okay. Okay. This goes to what we were talking about earlier with the terrorist scene, all right? It's not that I'm terribly offended by stuff, it's just it's being done really poorly in my opinion. So it start off, the relationships are so cut and dry stupid. It's this teen kid rebelling against his mom, and the whole start of that whole relationship is just so unbelievable. She drives out to find him in the middle of New York when the visitors are coming. Mm-hmm. And she's like, she gets stopped by a barricade. And she's like, my son is in there. He's in there. And they're like, no, you can't go in. She's like, I'm CIA or FBI or whatever she is. And he's like, I'm sorry, you can't go in there. There's a scuffle that happens. The guy turns his back for 5 seconds. She sneaks in.
There's so many people
Listen to me.
freaking out. The dude isn't going to bother with her.
That I have no problem with. But then she proceeds to, once she enters the area, go, Jake! Jake! Hey, Mom!
Well, what do you want?
All I'm saying is...
Do you want to see them?
She was within
sit
yelling
40
distance!
Goddamn minutes for the fucking kid. It's to move the story along.
Or don't do that.
What else? You got? Is that the only bitch you have?
No! But that's the first of many kind of crazy bullshit things that happen.
They just want to move it along to get to the lizard reveal, man.
Buddy, it's a sack of shit. If you can watch that fucking movie and not think it's a sack of shit...
Well, I'll tell you what. I was on you know what I did after I watched that? I was on the net looking for, like, VCast, VFans, all that .com. I was hoping to buy that, thinking, hell, I like this show so much, I'm going to jump on top of this thing before it gets way too... I liked it. I liked it a lot. I love some V.
It was awful. It's like an open sore.
We're going to have this discussion again another
That's
time.
fine.
You and I, we're going to talk about this. And we're
Sounds
gonna
like another Barry versus Paul segment.
Oh, no, it's going to be a whole goddamn cast. And one guy's going to love it, and one guy's going to fucking hate it.
I fucking hate it so far. I fucking hate it.
Last thing I have about V, I have this little article.
Universal Studios Orlando sent out a press release detailing the specific rides and shops that would be part of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter
I can't wait for that.
when it opens this spring, 2010.
Yawn.
Now this is great. I love it. Listen to you.
Come on.
You're such
Potter's
a hater.
cool, dude.
Potter is great.
I cannot get into it. I'm sorry. I tried watching the films. Boring. Yawn. moving on.
Killing me.
Right
It's
now,
awesome.
somewhere, Deb hates you.
I'm sure, but you know what? At the same time, I've had this discussion with her when we used to work together.
And you were wrong, because Harry Potter films they're fun.
I was told I was allowed to have my opinion, even though I was wrong.
That sounds like them.
Yep.
Well, for those of you who do care,
Which is me.
this is kind of how it's laid out. Across the street from the entrance will be Zonko's, the joke shop. Next to Zonko's will be Honeyduke's, the candy shop. 3 Broomsticks and Hoghead Pub will be adjacent to one another. Universal claims they'll feature traditional British fare and drinks including butterbeer and pumpkin juice. Across from the 3 Broomsticks will be the Owlry, which the press release says is where you can roost and await the owl's next delivery.
Paul only cares if they serve his chip buddy.
Yep.
Chip Buddy's
If
fine.
they serve a chip
if
buddy.
it's traditional British fare, I'll bet you can get it. I'll bet you can.
I'd like them to serve that to me on Hermione, please.
That's what I was going to say. Where's the Hermione ride?
You know,
What?
so
She's
much-
18. It's all good.
Yeah.
I want the Hermione ride. You must be this tall and this long to ride the Hermione ride.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
Ollivanders, which is the Harry Potter books known as the Wand Shop, where the wand chooses the wizard.
Yeah, you know what? I actually saw the thing online about that. They just talked about it, but they didn't say how it would work.
Yeah, it just says that it's going to be an incredible interactive experience that copies the wand choosing the wizard mentality.
Yeah,
so it's going to be an
I'll
attraction.
tell you how that works.
You were the only one not
Mom and
caring.
Dad
You keep
bring
your
their
snore
kid
to yourself.
into the wand shop. A wand jumps up and goes, "I like you. Give me $30." Mom and Dad are like,
Mom,
"Oh,
please,
damn.
can I, Mom?
The
Please?
wand chose me, Mother. I can't not give it $30."
You know, this other one shows you over here for $5.95. It's
No,
made of plastic. It says
this
Harry
one
Potter
has a
right on it.
phoenix feather in it.
Lord, that's the problem with that. All those wands are gonna be cheap ass plastic, and they're gonna say Harry Potter and all this shit all over them. If I'm gonna buy a damn wand, I want a hand carved,
You know what
made
I
of the wood of the last tree on earth.
I want a wand that has a squeezy thing at the bottom of it that shoots water.
I want one
it
that
to
shoots acid.
And it's going to be like hydratium, and just squeeze and squeeze water on people. Lubricata, and it just squirts you.
Spooch-tastic!
Yes, spooch-tastic. That's the spell. That's the spell.
Spooch-tastic!
Spooch-tastica. Psst.
And Hermione's covered.
Ejaculate Maximus. Gerb.
New York!
I choose you.
I think we found a title for this episode.
God.
There's apparently an unlicensed show going on around the corner.
Oh, boy.
Called Dumbledore's Dirty Broomstick. I don't know if anyone wants to see that necessarily.
That's the 5 o'clock show. The 7 o'clock show is Hermione's first time. Jesus Christ, Paul! Wasn't that funny? Yeah, it was.
Anyhow.
So on a whole different note, avatars now.
Hold on! There's some Hermione porn online.
All we want is a Harry Potter / fiction place. We don't want a real theme park. We want a place devoted to / fiction.
So what? It is just a stage, a podium,
It's just a stage.
people to get up and read.
With a bunch of cheap hookers just like Hermione. That's it. And we'd be happy. But this will be like for the adults. While the kids are going to the theme park, the adults can go, hey, come in this room over here. It's for you guys.
Come on over to Dumbledore's Dirty Broomstick.
Like a Barnes and Noble reading. This is horrible.
Hagrid's House of Horror.
Hagrid's hot and horny house.
God, the bestiality.
That's right. Six scared animals.
I fucked a giant spider. I looked it in its eyes when I did it.
Are we really still on this? I mean, seriously, are we really still doing this? I fell asleep like 10 minutes ago. And I woke up and we're still on this.
Yeah,
I can get you some
trust
pictures
me.
of
No
Little
one,
Lovegood.
no one out there is falling asleep on this at all.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Anal Beads. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Bone.
Then who says you can't write porn?
Oh, God.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Two Dicks.
Harry Potter and the Half-Bloody Spurts.
There's a winner. There's the winner.
Avatar.
Harry
Avatar.
Potter.
Avatar. Tell me about Avatar.
Harry Potter gets AIDS.
Shit.
That one's for the schools, isn't it?
Yeah. That's like an after-school special. And a very special Harry Potter. Harry Potter catches the AIDS.
The AIDS.
Before I make my comment, I have to ask, when Splinter Cell, the one where you get to talk into the mic,
Okay.
Was that Splinter Cell or was that
Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six?
Yeah.
Did it work well? Did the mic work
did.
well?
It was strangely enough, it did work well.
Okay, well then they can do a Gordon Ramsay show where you gotta say, your food is shit! You're fucking retarded! You shouldn't be here! You should quit and go home!
You should learn to cook, donkey. Yeah.
And it'll go ding ding ding, you win.
Ding, ding, ding.
You've insulted the people to the point where they're changing how they cook and they're getting off their fat asses and doing it right. And that'll be like the
Gordon Ramsay.
that'll be like the F word, the Xbox game.